Here we're back 18 months after Ping Pong's last dental cleaning. We're back here with Dr. Beckman. I wanted to share this follow-up experience with all of my wonderful dog owner lovers and cat owner friends. Ping Pong now is 13 and a half years old, and there were some issues actually that came up before we came down here, which I think is really important to share with you, because I think that it will demonstrate, one, how critical ongoing mouth care, what we really say is what's going on below the gum line is, but also so you can also see the kind of care and attention that goes into a decision to put a dog under anesthesia, and especially a senior dog. Ping Pong, as I said, is in what I consider good health for 13 and a half, but she has some issues with her liver enzyme being elevated. And in the past couple of weeks before the dental cleaning, there was some reservation about putting her under anesthesia and if she could handle that stress. And Dr. Beckman worked very, very closely with my own vet, Dr. Schwartz. It was truly a team approach, and I felt that Ping Pong was being so taken care of. And what they were really weighing was, well, you know, how important was it at this stage that they get in there, that they are able to, again, see what's going on below the gum line, see if there's bacteria there that potentially can go into her bloodstream, and affect, of course, other organs, because as I'm always emphasizing, the mouth is the gateway to the rest of the body. So we wanted to take these into consideration, as well as obviously her ability to withstand any kind of anesthesia. The decision was finally made that this was that important, that, you know, we're not looking at Ping Pong or like your babies, even at this age, being here a few more days, a few more months. You know, we're looking at years. And so when you're looking at years, this is something that is critical even at this stage, and I want to emphasize that. And again, what I also want to make a point of is, even if we had decided not to go through with the dental, you should, because I'm sure that your vet is the same way, you should truly feel confident that they are, I mean, the care that they are giving your pet before they go further with any anesthesia is really weighed very, very carefully. So, as I said, we came down here. We weren't sure, Dr. Beckman wasn't sure what would find this time. He was actually very happy in terms of the condition of her mouth, which I will give to, as I say, to Healthy Mouth, which, as we know, is the home care portion of this comprehensive dental care program. You know how great your mouth feels after you go to your dentist for your annual visit? It is no different for your dog or cat. Now imagine if you didn't brush your teeth for the year after. How good could your mouth be? How healthy could it be? How great could it feel? Not very good. It is no different for your dog or cat. Which this means is that after the dental cleaning, this is why I'm so emphasizing in terms of home care that, again, it is no different for your pet. Even if you didn't brush that first night after your own dental cleaning, you already would have plaque starting to accumulating. It is no different for your pet. The real value and benefit of getting below the gum line and getting in that mouth, just like with your own cleaning, is so that you can then improve your mouth, just like with your dog and cat. When you do professional care with home care starting that night, and you know, I'll give you the bad and the good news. The bad news is, just like you taking care of your mouth, home care, it's not a 1 week thing, it's not a 1 month thing, it's not a year thing. It is for the rest of their life. The great news is that through Healthy Mouth, there now is a product that has real science behind it, that has shown to be truly effective, that is safe, that has all human-grade ingredients that I would put in my body, you would put in yours, and you can feel great about putting in your dog and cat, and that is super simple to use. It had to be that simple because I invented the product for myself, and I am someone who, if something has to take, 1 second to do instead of, 2 seconds in order for me to continue doing it. The other great news about this is that the care of the mouth, the health of the mouth, for something that is so critical to your dog or cat's quality of life, overall health and longevity, this is a part that you, as an owner with your vet, can absolutely play an integral part and control, both preventatively, even for your kitten or puppy. Doesn't matter if there are no teeth, you need to keep the gums healthy. If your dog or cat unfortunately has, cancer or something else, you don't have a lot of control. This is an area that you can control. And to me, that is amazing. It's amazing. And, people will say to me, well, if you go get the professional care and you use Healthy Mouth, what's going to happen? Well, I didn't make this up. I give credit actually to Dr. Hale, because he said something that was so simple and it made all the sense. You don't want anything to happen. What you want is that how the mouth was after the cleaning, which obviously is that the tartar is taken off, which is the plaque that becomes hard, becomes calculus. That new plaque, and plaque is the culprit. Plaque is what causes the inflammation and the gum disease. Is that so new plaque can accumulate, so that doggy breath and catty breath that you thought it was normal or just would always come back, it isn't normal and it doesn't have to come back. If you don't do home care, yes, it will come back. But if you do, and there's nothing else going on in the mouth that shouldn't, it won't. So what will happen is that what was always happening before won't happen. And what I will tell you is when you go back to your vet within that next, might be weeks, months, for something doesn't matter if it's related to the mouth, you make sure that they take a look in the mouth. And I will tell you that your vet or your veterinary technician will say to you, come over here. And when they say, I want you to take a look at the mouth, which most probably, like many of us, you probably never taken a look inside that mouth before. And they will say to you, wow, this mouth isn't going back to where it was before. Obviously, it might not go from 1 to 10 like with ping pong, but I will tell you, you are starting to get improvement. And when they say to you, you're doing something different here. I know for me, it was my aha moment. And I finally understood what going in and doing both the cleaning, getting the x-rays below the gum line, what the value and benefit was. And it's huge. I will tell you, in terms of the investment that you make for your dog and cat, this is, I feel, one of the most critical and important investments that you will make. That with home care. And again, when you're able to see the transformation, and then next year, when you go in again for the cleaning, they're not starting all over again. They are going and now able to take with your animal then, go to that next place. Hopefully, if they're young enough, not do any extractions or as many extractions. But absolutely, that health of that mouth is improving and improving and improving. And I will tell you, your dog or cat knows the difference. They know that perhaps for years they were suffering in silence because that's what pets do. I will tell you, when it comes to the mouth, they know you're taking care of it. What you have to make sure is that your vet has imaging equipment, again, to get below the gum line. And what has gone on with Ping Pong, and continues to go on, unfortunately, is what had happened for the 7 years when I had not taken care of her mouth, as I've discussed many times. And as a result of that, there and has been a lot of bone loss, and these are things that now can't be prevented, but you just have to be able to keep ahead of them. And again, when teeth and additional teeth then have to be extracted, because there's no way for them to basically stay in the mouth, or they would be causing her pain, they have to come out. And again, I do feel badly about this. On the other hand, I also feel pretty overjoyed that working so closely over these last years with my veterinarian and by doing home care, that otherwise her mouth is in pretty good shape. She did have to have 3 extractions. Again, these were, already things that were in motion, but I understood why the teeth had to come out. You're looking actually at Ping Pong the morning after the procedure, and one of these teeth, as he was saying, the root he was apparently there for 45 minutes playing a pretty good game with ping pong. But this, as I said, is the care that they take. Again, with the anesthesia they use, you must understand, it is not like olden days. Morning after, 13-and-a-half-year-old, she's already eaten, she's already done her business, she's already been running around, as you will see. She's already gotten into trouble, as you will see. And again, they even kept her bows in. And I can tell actually that she actually feels good, even though, there's work that's been done. I can tell that, looking back, she probably was having more pain there. And obviously, as you see, it's no longer here. One other thing I want to address is, brushing of the teeth, where people just obviously cringe. I'm not going to brush my dog's teeth or anything else. Well, let me tell you something else, and this is the other great news with Healthy Mouth. The clinical finding with all of the Healthy Mouth products that, by the way, all now have the VOHC seal of acceptance, which I want to discuss later, is that any remaining plaque in the mouth, when Healthy Mouth is used as the foundation of your dental care program, gets very, very soft. Why this is great news is that when it still remains soft, that's when you can get it out of the mouth. And again, as I said, plaque is the culprit. When plaque doesn't come out of the mouth, then it becomes hard, and then you can't get it out of the mouth. But what this means is that when you use it in conjunction with a good and healthy dental chew, there are some really terrific dental diets that are there, and even, I will tell you, toothbrushing. Your animal, I know even if you've tried it, you said, oh, I can't, I'm chasing them around, they hate this toothbrush. Animals, dogs, and even cats don't have an aversion to toothbrush. They have an aversion to pain, no different than you. When that mouth is not in pain anymore, I won't touch Ping Pong's mouth, but I'll show you later, they will let you in their mouth because it doesn't hurt anymore. So if you start them on Healthy Mouth, and I will tell you then, as the months go by, or might be even a year, and the mouth isn't in pain, they will let you in there. And you will start like me. I wasn't always a crazy lady, well, always about my dog, of course, but not always about the mouth. But then, the mouth wasn't the enemy anymore. And for 7 years, I said I didn't look at it. And now I will tell you, it is a source of my pride and joy. And I will show it to everyone. The same thing, and I will tell you, obviously, Ping Pong is now, quote, in the business. So 10 times a day, people want to, or veterinarians want to take a look at her mouth. She's not only proud of it, it doesn't hurt anymore. Hi, it's Karen again. It's been about 5 years since I sat here with my amazing Peony on my lap. I'm here to share with you some news that has been obviously devastating for me, and that's that my Peony passed away on April 11th, 2015. At 17 and a half, in my arms. This is something that I hadn't put on the website or shared before because, to be honest, I'm always open my heart to all of you, and that has meant so much to me. but sometimes pain is so profound that you do whatever you have to do to sort of keep it all together. And to be honest, there were some months when I didn't know if I could continue without my partner and my reason for Healthy Mouth, because she has been my partner in this whole life's mission. I know that this is something, if you're watching me right now, that you can relate to. Our pets, my Peony, now my 4 babies, they aren't just like our kids, they are my kids. They are my reason to be and to get up in the morning and put the smile on my face. Ping Pong I loved and I love beyond my breath, my heart, limitlessly and forever. She is me. And I know you feel the same way. You might express it or not, but if you have been having your baby's teeth professionally cleaned annually and using Healthy Mouth, which I'm hoping that you are, if you're sitting here, then you get that oral health is the foundation of their overall health and quality of life and longevity. And that means so much to me, and why I've always felt such a huge connection with every single one of you who have, become a Healthy Mouth user. It has nothing to do with, schlock in my product. It's that you, as I said, have shown me how much you love your pet. After some months and reflection, I decided that the greatest way to honor my Ping Pong's love wasn't to stop, but was to continue on this journey, which I now call Ping Pong's purpose. We're always told that our babies need us and just, love us unconditionally. But actually, what I've learned is that it is us who need them. Their purpose is to inspire us, is to heal us, is to teach us the meaning of happiness, of joy, of love, yes, of sadness, and how you get over, and I don't know, maybe you don't get over loss, but how you move on, and often give us a life directive, as my Ping Pong gave to me. I was at a point in my life when I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I never ever started or envisioned ever starting a company. I started Healthy Mouth for her because I had never taken care of her mouth, and her veterinarian had said that she was going to not be here for very long at age 7, and I said to myself that because of what I didn't know, that she was not going to leave this earth 1 minute earlier than she was meant to because of me. And that, I believe is the reason that my Ping Pong and your baby or babies come to us for a sole purpose, and I mean a sole purpose. So my message here to you, I want to be an uplifting one. And that is that there is no way my Peony would have been here for 17 and a half years if not for the great health of her mouth. You could never hear me saying that at age 7. I mean, that is incredible. And you will see, as your own pets age every day, that every day another health issue will rear its ugly head. But with my Peenie's immune system and what you can do at every life stage with your own pet's immune system, it will remain so strong if that mouth is healthy until the end. And her mouth, even at the age of 17 and a half, was so healthy that she bounced back from the impossible multiple times. And I'm sure you can go over in your mind, if you have a senior pet, of some of the impossible health issues they face. But I am telling you, what this has done has given me even more passion for the difference that professional dental care and home care, starting the day that you bring home your baby. And my babies, when I brought them home at 8 weeks old, every one of them has been on Healthy Mouth, and every one of them has needed to start professional care at a year and a half. But the difference that will make in their life, and it doesn't matter if you're listening and your pet is already 9 or 10, it doesn't matter. You can still start now. My Peenie was 10 years old when I started, and this is my Ping Pong's purpose. You know, a very, very wise woman said to me after Peenie passed, when I asked her, do you think she misses me? You know, it's a question we all ask. And you know what she told me? She told me no. I was so taken back. And I said, what do you mean? How can you tell me she doesn't miss me? And you know what she replied? She replied, how can she miss you? She never left you. And that is one of the things that gets me through every day. The other thing is being here to be the messenger and voice of Ping Pong to you, so that I can tell you and you can know for your own pet that unfortunately they do leave us physically most often before we leave them. But I will tell you, never forget that they are with you forever. But if I can leave you with the strongest lesson that I have ever learned, is that when they are still with you today in body, you can so simply and easily give them the best quality of life and the possibility of the longest life possible, starting with their mouth and ending with their mouth, and by giving them Healthy Mouth with professional care every day of their life. That, it seems so simple, but I'm telling you, it will make the difference, and I hope that you email me and share your story with me as well. And I send you this with my love and with my Ping Pong's love forever.